welcome back to another video. This one came recommended. A few people have asked me about maintenance with the tank, sort of when I do my water changes, what else I do maintenance wise with the glass and things like that, sort of whether I clean the rear chambers out regularly, things like that. So today I'm just going to go through what I do. I do this on a weekly basis. It doesn't take very long whatsoever. So yeah, as you can see, the glass is absolutely grafted. The tank's in a real good need of a water change. These are the barrels I use. I go to my local retailer. Before you do, I recommend you buy one of these, just so you can check the water from any new retailer that you go to. I use quite a reputable retailer, so that's absolutely fine. I've used them for a while. So these canisters are 25 litres each. I get 2 salt, 1 RO. I go every other week to top them back up, because I use 25 litres per water change. I do them weekly. So the first thing I do is I just put a heater in there and a thermometer, and I just keep an eye on it, and once it's up to temperature I just switch it off, and that's it. So that's already there. I just need to plug it in, turn it on. So the next thing I do is I turn off everything except the light and the wave maker. The wave maker actually has a sleep button on there, so you can feed it. So I hit that, that's 10 minutes, and that'll be off for 10 minutes while I do the inside. This is all you're going to need, is a sponge and a toothbrush. So your sponge for the main part and toothbrush for those hard to reach areas. So first things first, I just give the glass a quick wipe, as you can see. It's kind of awkward because I'm trying to film while I'm doing it just for this point. But yeah, so just get rid of all the, just sort of the build-up of, you know, all the algae and all sort of the bits and bobs, like snail trails and things like that you get all over your glass, so clean them away. Then for those hard to reach areas, with these tanks you get a little build-up of algae there on the frosted glass, so I find a toothbrush works fine on there. For the really sort of hard to get off areas, you can gently just use a Stanley blade, and that'll remove them if you're really careful. Also use the toothbrush to clean any components, like I just clean out sort of the wave maker and things like that. Right, next, once all that's been done, is the skimmer cup. I do this weekly. Some people let them fill right to the brim, but I try to keep on top of it really. It skims better the cleaner it is. So yeah, the skimmer cup will come out, and it's just scrubbed in a sink. You can just use tap water, it's not a problem. You don't have to use RO water. It's not going in your aquarium, it's going on top of your aquarium, so it's not really an issue. So I just give it a clean out with normal tap water, and then I just sort of dry it off with paper towels. It's absolutely fine. As you can see, nice and clean, or as clean as I can get it really. Again, that's just scrubbed with a toothbrush, just to get all the gunk out of there. Right, so as you can see, the aquarium now is pretty clean. So what I've done is my wave maker, I've put it back on, and I've put it on the cleaning setting, which is a setting that comes on my wave maker. Not all of them have it, but this one does. So I've put it on that, and I've put on my return pump again, and this is just going to clear out all the debris into the rear chambers, what I've removed from the glass and everything else. So as you can see, all the sort of green algae and things have now all been pushed into the first chamber. So now this will be removed, because it's got a week's worth of gunk and stuff in there, as well as all the debris that I've just cleaned off the glass and, you know, out of the wave maker and things like that. So that's now gone out of there. Once a month I also change the carbon and the GFO. That will be removed at the same time. As you'll remember, there is a bulkhead in this aquarium. So when it comes to actually removing the water, you can use this bulkhead. You can either add a hose to it, or you can put buckets underneath it. I have not once used this bulkhead. It just doesn't seem right, just emptying the rear chambers. Because you've disturbed everything at the front, I would rather take all the water out from the front of the aquarium. So that's what I'm going to do here. Just remove it from the front. I don't see why you'd remove it from the back. I mean, you can. I have done it from the back. I've put this tube into the back and removed it, but I don't know. You've disturbed all the front, so I personally like to take the water out the front, but that's just me. I think that's just coming from a freshwater background where you don't really have a choice. I've always used canister filters on my freshwater aquariums. I've never really had chambers, so I don't know. I don't think it makes a massive difference, but this is just the way I prefer to do it. So as you can see, that's nearly full. These big sort of buckets that I've got here, I think people call them monkey buckets or rhino buckets that mix, you know, concrete, cement and things in them. This is 25 litres, this bucket, to a little line in there. So I fill it up to that line, and then I know that one whole 25 litre canister will go back in. So it's quite good to, you know, sort of work it out that way. So the canisters are pretty heavy, so I just pour them out into smaller containers, as you can see, and then I'll just add them again. But what I do beforehand is I turn the pump back on at the rear, and that'll fill the front back up where I've taken the water out, and now the back has become empty. So what I can now do is add the water, but I don't have to pour it in the front and disturb, you know, all the sand and the corals and things that stress the fish out. So I'll just pour it into the rear chamber. So yeah, taking water from the front, adding it to the back. That's the way I like to do it. It's nice and neat, doesn't really disturb anything. As you can see, it's all filled back up. Absolutely perfect, nice and clean. You know, that rim had all the green algae on, it's nice and clean now. So then one of the last things I do is replace the sort of polishing pad or filter floss, whatever you want to call it. This is just, it's used just for a pre-filter, really. Just gets rid of all the big bits of debris and dirt and muck, so the skimmer doesn't get clogged up and, you know, need cleaning every other day. I mean, I sort of do the skimmer on a once a month basis, the same as, you know, the wave maker, things like that. So now it's just time to turn everything back on. So the wave maker will come back on, as you can see, and I'll pop the skimmer back on along with the heater. Obviously the light has been on through the entire thing, so I can see what I'm doing. And that's it, really. That's sort of my maintenance for the week. So it's all looking nice and clean now. It's a little bit murky, but give it an hour or so and it'll be absolutely crystal clear. As you can see, all the dirt still getting pushed around that's in there, but that will find its way into the rear chambers. So yeah, there's you might have noticed in this video there's a few new bits in there, frags, things like that, but I'm going to save them for another video. In a few weeks I'll probably do sort of an update video, because I've moved a few things around, added a few new frags, and yeah, so keep your eye out for that one. But yeah, that's it for my weekly maintenance, and that's it from me, guys. I'll see you on the next update.